How do you forgive a man that has murdered your mom and carried her out to the woods and left her for dead for 3 weeks until anybody found her? My name is Gypsy Spirit, and welcome to my bizarre tarot stories that I'm going to tell you about. Years ago, I did a tarot party for a bachelorette party that was going on here in my hometown of Charleston, South Carolina. It was a group of women, probably about, 15 women, and they invited me to come and read tarot for them. And there was a woman there. She was, in her mid-50s or close to 60. And they were all from Texas. And I could tell this was a very religious woman. She was Hispanic, very Catholic. And she was going along with the gang. She was going to have her tarot read, even though she had never done that before, ever. And my cards were on this glass table. We were in this living room. There was a glass table that I put my cards on to do the readings. And underneath the table was a rug that had all these designs on them, crosses and sunshine, or suns and crosses and moons and stars and all that. It was all kinds of designs. And I didn't really pay any attention. So it came time for this woman to have her cards read. And our first card was a Three of Swords. And I don't remember what the second card was, but I do remember the Strength card, which is a major arcana card, was turned in reverse, her last card. And I could tell. I said to her, something really hurt you a long time ago. There was something that just brought you to your knees. And you're still struggling with it, because I saw that in the Strength card being in reverse. Again, for the life of me, I can't remember what the middle card was. But anyway, having my coffee. And she explained to me that yes, about 20 years prior, her mother was at home, and an intruder broke into her house, murdered her, and drug her out to the woods, and nobody found her for 3 weeks. They didn't know where she was or anything. And she began to tell me the whole story of what happened. And I just looked at her, and I mean, sometimes as a tarot reader, you hear some of the most bizarre things. And I just remember my reaction, my mouth just dropping the more she told me the story, all the details and everything. And I was like, I finally said to her, that sounds like it should be on 2020, like one of those murder shows. And she said, yeah, it was. And it wasn't on 2020, but she told me it was Dateline or some other show. I was like, wow, they caught the guy. And I said, well, I don't really have any words for you. And I said, sometimes somebody from the other side will come and give a message to the person I'm reading for. They'll use me for that message, but sometimes they don't come to me until 2 o'clock in the morning or whatever. So if I do get a message from your mom, I'll let you know. I'll send you a text. And it was just really bizarre. I mean, just put chills up my spine, the whole story. And so it was time for the next person to have their reading. And incidentally, the next person happened to be this woman's daughter, who was a bride's, part of the bridal party. And so I did the young girl sat in front of me, and I'm still at the glass table, and I did the spread for the cards, and I could feel this woman's mom around me. I could feel her. And I knew that she was getting ready to say something. I didn't know what she was going to say. And now remember, this woman is a very spiritual one, very Catholic. And I happened to look down, and it was through the glass table that I saw this design, and it was a cross. And right when I saw the cross, I got the message. It was, it was one word. Oh, I tear up telling the story. It was one word. And I stopped the reading for the young lady that I was reading for. And I looked over at this woman. I said, I just heard from your mom. She has one word. She wants you to forgive. Forgive was the word. She wants you to forgive this man that murdered her. She's okay. She's fine. You must forgive this man. And the woman said to me, that'll never happen. I said, well, the reason why you have the strength card in reverse, that's why that card was your last card. Because if you don't forgive this man is pulling all your strength, all your energy. You're giving everything of yourself to your unforgiveness and anger to this man that killed your mother. Was he wrong? Absolutely. But you are destroying your life. You are allowing him to destroy you for what he did. And you have to break the cycle. She said, that'll never happen. I don't know how to do that. And I was like, okay, I understand. I understand. So I finished up the readings. And now I did not notice this when I had come up the stairs to go into this house. But being in Charleston, South Carolina, we're at the beach. You know, there's a lot of beach area. And as I was leaving, there was this big conch shell right at the foot of the stairs on the left-hand side. And I felt her mother tell me that she wanted her daughter to take that conch shell home to Texas with her. And to look at that shell every time she thought about her mother and about this man. And so I texted her and I said, there's a shell, a big old conch shell right at the foot of the stairs. And you need to take that shell home with you. Your mother wants you to. And so whether she did or not, I don't know, because I never contacted any of the ladies after that. But there's, you know, every time I do a party for a bridal party or just a group of girls having a weekend out or whatever, or just a group of girls getting together or wanting to, you know, just have a girls' night, and they'll invite me over to do readings for them. There's always that one person that I'm there for. They all have a great time. We all have a great time. We laugh and cut up. But there's always that one person that the universe sends me there to try to help. So, hey, you know what? If you want your own personal reading, go to my website. But if you're having a big party and you're in Charleston, South Carolina, and party, birthday party, bachelorette party, whatever, give me a call. Text me, call me, and let's get together and have fun. Anyway, thank you for listening. I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.